Hi guys, it's Andy from Man City Fan TV. Welcome to today's live vlog. I'm just bringing it up on my laptop. Got several things to talk about today. We're going to talk quickly about Pep to Juventus. I know that's already been in. We've talked about it before, but I'm just going to give you a little bit of some news that from today. Hi, how are you, Ian? Hi, Robert Lang. Louis Murphy, is Sane leaving? Don't know about leaving, but he's certainly not going to Bayern. Let me just bring this up and then I can, there you go, I can grab your comments now. Just quickly go back. EF Productions, yeah, Pep to Juve, going to talk about that. Brandon, how are you? Some believer the club will write an increase in season ticket prices will make over 50 million less in matchday revenues than any other top 6 club. It's unsustainable. Well, I think it works out about 800,000. We'll talk about that in a bit. Hey, Andy. Hey, Section. How are you? Camel. How are you, mate? Is Pep going to Juventus? Going to talk about that. Cheddar. How are you? South Sudan Massive is in the house. EF Productions. This is England's finest, by the way, mate. Thank you. Oh, is England's finest productions? Is that what EF means? Yeah, we've already got an England's finest. Oh, EF, is that England's finest? Is that, I'm sorry, I'm confused now. EF Productions, if you just had Productions to your name. Paul Standall, afternoon. Rick Davis, hi bud, how are you? Mr. T, what's up? Transfer links, let's roll them rumours out, yeah. Robert Lang, hope you're okay. Yeah, I'm good, mate. Ray Barlow, hi mate, how are you, buddy? Pep to Juve is getting boring now. Might not be boring when I talk about it in a minute. Thought it was Sarri that was Juve bound. Yeah, so did I. And probably still is, but just gonna throw another sort of little grenade in. German credible source say Sane doesn't want to go. Yep, gonna talk about that. What's happening with Patrick Roberts? He's going on loan to Norwich. Tom Carter, how did you give Company a higher rating than Aguero in the end of the season play ratings? How did you give Company? I can't remember what I gave Company and what I gave Aguero, if I'm being honest. Did not give them both an 8. Good day, Andy. Or are you talking about what Ray or somebody else gave? Uchi B. Brandon, AFTV last night was great. I saw a bit of that. Abdullah Handy, have you seen our kit leak? It looks disgusting. Take that with a pinch of salt. We don't know whether that's the actual kit or not. No, this is the England's finest who comes on here. All right. So you just added, that's what I'm saying. Have you just added Productions to your name? Julie Dolan, how are you? Paul Standall, so Bayern have been on about signing non-stop. Yep. Right, Robert Lang, 9320 a company, 9320 every day, but yeah, that runs it very close. If Pep ditches us, he's dead to me. No chance it'll happen, in my opinion. Are there any credible sources linking us to Delict? Patrick Roberts passed Norwich Medical, yep. 1640 for my dad and my wife's season ticket, and I'm retired struggling. Yeah, it's... some people are. Good afternoon, Blue Heart. Andy, if Pep goes, I'll lose lots of respect for that man. Okay, let's get into it then. As you know, unless you've been hiding under a rock or you're a United fan and got your head in your Alex Ferguson duvet, you know that there's been the rumours over the last week that started out in Italy talking about Pep Guardiola possibly going to Juventus. Pep has not actually come out and categorically denied any links whatsoever, per se, with regards to the rumours. And then yesterday I read something. If everyone could just hold your questions for now, because otherwise what I end up with is I'll end up with 1,000 questions and I'll never get to answer them because it will just keep going, and then I'd have to go all the way back to the beginning to see if there's any questions. So I should try and just stick with the topic if possible. And that is on Pep Guardiola. That's what we're going to talk about first. And then we'll give you an opportunity at the end to ask if you got any other questions and things like that. But basically yesterday I read something by somebody called Monblano Official on Twitter. Now, this person has come up with quite a number of legitimate transfer rumours. He was the guy who broke the Cristiano Ronaldo to Juventus last season, days, probably a week before anybody else did. He seems to have a lot of, I don't know, people in the know at Juventus. He knows lots and lots of people in the Italian media and at the club. And I haven't been talking to him, but I saw the tweet yesterday, and then it was just so happened that this morning I was having a bit of banter with Duncan Castles the other day about his every time he makes a tweet, he puts a link to a podcast on it. And anyway, there was one that I saw the other day, and I thought I'm going to listen to that at some point just to see what gets said. And it was from a few days ago. So this morning I put it on. I thought I'll have a listen to it. It was all about Pep and the Juve thing. And on the show, the podcast show, was somebody called Roger Mitchell. Now, Roger Mitchell actually lives, I think, in Lake Como, and he's got lots and lots of contacts within Italian media and football and things like that. Anyway, he was talking specifically. He was invited on to talk around. Hi, Niall. He was specifically brought on the show to talk specifically about Pep Guardiola and the Juve links, because, as we know, that was going on a week ago, and that type of thing. You're getting worried. Actually, I was asked by Roger Mitchell today, are you nervous after you've heard this? So I got into a little thing this morning about the podcast and what Roger Mitchell said, and Roger Mitchell immediately replied to me. So this afternoon I've been back and forth with hi Abhishek. I've been going back and forth with speaking to Roger about it. I'm in a little bit of light-hearted banter, but really, you've got to bear in mind one thing. As we always say, the studies show 94.5% of rumours are complete and utter bullshit. We know that, but the other 5.5%, there are some truths in them. Now, only 1.5% of those actually go through, but it doesn't mean say out of 5.5% there isn't some truth somewhere within the. Andy Duncan Castles is proper podcast and the bloke. Yeah, I understand that, but we're not talking about Duncan Castles. We're talking about Roger Mitchell, two different people. Now, I got into a bit of a conversation with him on there. Now, like I said, you can take this any way, shape or form, anything way you want to take it, okay? I'm not just going to reply to Roger Mitchell, who I've done a bit of background checking on him, and just say, piss off, bullshitter, blah, blah, blah. Not at all. I'd rather get into dialogue with them and find out where are these coming from. And, I'm not saying this is true and I believe them. I'm just passing on the information. Now, from this guy, Monblano Official, who Roger Mitchell claims is very, very successful in predicting things, certainly surrounding Juve. Like I said, he claims he was the one a week before it was announced that Cristiano Ronaldo was going to Juventus. He broke that story on there from Juve. Now, he is absolutely certain, and I actually went back to Roger and said, so you are categorically stating for fact that Pep Guardiola, according to this Monblano Official, is going to sign for Juventus on the 15th of June. And they said, as certain can be. The contract has already been signed. It's locked away in a safe somewhere. So I went back to Roger and said, yeah, well, that's quite easy to say things like that, because if it does happen this year, next year, the year after, you can always say, see, told you, it was locked in. If it doesn't happen, you can say, well, we've never seen the contract, so that doesn't mean to say that it was never signed. So they could be being quite clever with wording, but checking these guys out, he's adamant. He's absolutely adamant that the sources are spot on with this, and that allegedly allegedly, Pep Guardiola will be announced on the 15th of June to Juventus as their manager. Now, I went back and said, yeah, is it going to be this season? I thought Sarri was going to Juventus, and he started getting a little bit sort of cheeky with his replies, only light-hearted, but he turned around and said, how's this for you? Pep goes to Juve, Pochettino comes to Manchester City, Sarri goes to, where did he say Sarri would go to? Pep to Juve, Poch to City, Sarri to Tottenham, and Allegri to Barcelona. He said, remember this tweet. So I said, what? And it's definitely, you reckon it's going to happen this summer? He said, no, I never said that. I'm repeating what Mangala officials said, that there'll be an announcement on the 15th of June. Now, take that whatever way you want. Poch to City, that, and well, I went back to him and this is what I said. So, people can start going bullshit. If you just do that, then, we're not going anywhere, are we? Nothing's happening. There's no debate. There's no nothing. So, basically, that's what this is what's been said. Now, Roger Mitchell said, in his tweet to me this afternoon, on one of his many tweets, he said, I have checked this with 4 independent sources, this story, and every one of them say exactly the same thing. But I said to him, well, those independent sources could have got the same information from one person, the same person. And he said, true, that could be possible, but it doesn't read like that whatsoever. So, if he's going to go, I went back to him, I said, so considering that we're involved with these 30, 40 players we're supposed to be purchasing this season, who's advising on the player purchases? Is it just Cheeky, or is Cheeky conversing with Pochettino? Is he making the decisions, and blah, 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 blah. Kamal Dwyer, hi Andy, in his press conference many times, what? In his press conference many times, what? So what do you mean by that, Kamal? Hi Carl, how are you, buddy? Well, that's what I said. That's what I said, Abhishek. That's what I said to him. I said, and he said no. He sort of disagreed and said, true, but not from what his reports are. He said he will be our manager next season. He's never said. I don't think Pep has ever come out and said that. I don't think Pep has come out specifically and said, I will be the Man City manager next season. And remember, what we're talking about here is, we're not saying, he's saying the 15th of June, this is this Monblano. Roger Mitchell said it could be this season, it could be next. So he's leaving the door open. This Monblano official, the one who broke the Ronaldo rumour, has categorically, he's given a date. He's actually said the 15th of June, it will be announced. So that's some punt for somebody, whether it's reporters, Whipper Frenzy, and then I'll stick to story and culture. Well, I mean, you don't have to tell me that, Kiam. I'm one of the ones who always advocates the fact that 94.5% of stories are bullshit. So please don't think that, I'm being drawn into all this thing, because as you know, I'm always on the side of, it's garbage, it's nonsense, it's rubbish, wait until, blah. I'm just passing on the information on here about the discussion I had today about it. Now, do I think it'll happen? I'll be very, very, very surprised if it does. I'll be absolutely blown away. I will be blown away if on the 15th of June, Juve announce Pep Guardiola as their manager for next season. What is the announcement? He'll be our manager the 2020-21 season. Who knows? I don't know what the announcement will be. So, make of it as you will. Like I said, I'm just passing on to you something that is not out of the Sun newspaper and a transfer rumour and blah, 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 blah. This is from some serious sources in Italy. Like I said, they got the Cristiano Ronaldo move a week before anybody else. So, I don't know. Roger Mitchell seems to say whatever the Agnellis want, they tend to get. So I'm not too sure about it. I'll be honest with you. I'll be really honest with you. I still can't see that happening. I just can't. I think Pep will be here for at least another 2 seasons. But like I said to him, if you get this right, I'll congratulate you on it. Absolutely. But get it wrong, and yeah, you'll feel the wrath of City fans. And he said, "Oh, I'm long past sort of worrying what fans think." That was years ago, and well past that type of thing. He said, "But I'm telling you, this is coming from a very good source." So I don't know. Let me just catch up, because obviously you're still all commenting and things like that. So I can't tell you the story of what's happened today without going, and read out your comments as well. Ocean Rage, how are you? Poch to City, now I'm doubting it. Well, yeah. Hi, Brian, how are you? So Gio, hey up, Andy. Surely if there's something in Pep going, there would need to contact City and get their permission, as Pep's still under contract, yeah. And would they need to buy Pep off us? They'd certainly have to buy out his contract if it ever was to happen. If it was to happen this season, they'd have to buy out his contract, yeah. And would they get permission? They would have to get permission. Now, they can't just make an illegal approach to a manager. They'd have to get City's permission. But what's to say they haven't got City's permission? What if Pep said enough's enough? But I can't see it. Like I said, I can't see it. Poch to City was the bloody official. Pep said he would be the City manager next season. I've never heard Pep ever say that I'll be the Man City manager next season. I've never heard him say that. So I don't know where you've got that from, Kamal. News reports in the press may have said something. I've never heard Pep come out and say, and even let's say that he does, like saying this story might not be about this season. It might be for next season, the season after, and a contract has been signed now. I don't know. Pepper said we'll be stronger next season. I'm sure Klopp has said Liverpool will be strong next season. You can have a comment, doesn't mean to say the team won't be stronger. Like I said, I'm passing this on. I'm passing this on to you guys. I'm not saying, I think it's definitely going to happen. Not at all. I thought rather than we've talked about Pep and everyone's talked about Pep and the Juve things that have all come from like the Sun newspaper, and I'm giving you a source that, like I said, broke the Ronaldo to Juve a week before anyone else. So that's Pep Guardiola. We'll see, I guess, what happens. I'd be very surprised, has he been in Abu Dhabi discussing this when he was there last week? But you would like to think a statement would be put out by the club reassuring these, rumours that he is definitely going to be here next season. But let's hope so. I think he will be. But if you see the title, Regan, if you see the title, you'll know what we're talking about. We've just been talking about Pep. Do I think he'll leave? No. Like I've just said, no. I don't think he will. But Guardiola has never, not ever left before his contract was done. But Guardiola has never, not ever left before. You mean Guardiola has never left before his contract was done? Is that what you mean? This is ruined my day. I'm sorry. Hey, listen. When I started reading it, and when he actually at the end, the last few tweets he did say, "Are you nervous?" And inside I was thinking, I'm a little bit nervous, yeah, but I didn't say that. And if he's watching this back, he's probably pissing his sides. Going, see, I knew you were nervous. I just said no. A broken clock has the right time twice a day. But yeah, I can't see it happening. I can't. Just on football level, why would Pep even consider leaving us with the team he's building? Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'd agree. I agree with you, Kian. So I can't see any reason why. And the rumours that the rumours that came out, and when we talked about the Pep thing last week, and in the newspapers in the UK that were breaking the story, or they were claiming that Pep was going to Juve and all this, their stories said that he was going to get a 4-year contract on €6 million per season. So I said Pep would never go. Why would he be on £15 million a year and go to somewhere like Juve for €6 million a season? It just isn't never going to happen. They claim it's €24 million per season, not €6 million times 4. It's actually a 4-year contract worth €24 million per season. Now that is a significant jump from 15 million. Now I did read somewhere a while back that City were looking at offering Pep a new contract, and the next contract would go from 15 million to 20 million per season, which puts you up in a bracket of the 24 million euro area. But from 15 million sterling to 24 million euros per season, that is a big jump. Yeah, it's about £7.5 million extra per year. That's a lot of money. So, yeah, am I nervous? I'm a little bit nervous, but I still don't think it will happen. I'll be honest with you. I don't really get this because the Daily Mail wrote that Sarri will be the next manager. Is that a funny comment, Gary? Because if the Mail said it, it must be true then. Carl, been saying that for a while. Juventus playing games to get the share prices. Well, that was immediately what happened. They got a 5% increase, didn't they? Immediately, Carl, when it was first announced. So, yeah. The last rumour about Pep to Juve made about 150 quid bet with my mate that he would not go, Jesus. He's going nowhere, says Glenn Mountain. Let's hope so, mate. He won't join the match fixers. He said he'll definitely be in next season. A couple of press conferences ago, he was very clear. What else does he need to say? Okay. How are you, McCund? I'm good. I do remember seeing some articles that City official confirmed that Pep will stay. No, I think the City officials confirmed that there was no interest in Juventus. You've not heard anybody like Ferran or Khaldoon or anyone like that come out and say Pep is definitely staying here. I think it was Agressi or someone who turned around and said that the Juventus rumours are not true. Do you think Man City players see these rumours and worry? I'm sure they probably, if you were, well, ask yourself the question, if it was you and you were whoever, would you be worried? I would. Double, triple negatives. Yeah. Ever, Andy. Andy Martin, what's this news about Pep? This Tobias tried to stir trouble. Try for FFP. This is Tobias. This isn't Sky. Who's Tobias? Oh, you know, like Tebas. I think you mean Tebas. I don't think Tebas has got anything to do with this, if I'm being honest, Andy. He will be there, in my opinion, but even when they say they aren't going anywhere, essentially you can't trust those, even contracts mean that all. Yeah, I mean, it's true. It's a true point. Robert Lang, Andy versus Ray. Those double negatives are confusing, Andy. They very much confuse me. Or begatives, they confuse me even more, section. Pepe's a blue and he likes throwing paper planes at balcony in his apartment in Manchester, so he won't leave. Is there any real better club to go to? I can't think. Well, I can't honestly think of one. But money talks, and let's face it, Pep's been here 3 years. He was here 3 years at Bayern and then decided he needed a move after he'd just won, back-to-back titles and cups and everything else. So I'd be surprised he'd leave without winning the Champions League, because that'll be his second club that he's left without winning the Champions League. Hi, Ryan. Andy, what do you think when Pep ever leaves, company will take over? I think Pep company's got a long way to go in his managerial career before taking over Pep. Since signing Ronaldo, Juventus is considering themselves in the same bracket as Real Madrid and Barca. They are certainly shouting loud. You've seen a massive, big change in the way that their media campaigns, their corporate sponsorship, they're changing kit. I think the Agnelli's changed the badge for the first time in, I think, ever, last year and this year. So there's a massive shift in the way Juve are viewed around the world. What do you make of Roberts going to Norwich? Not bothered, I'll be honest with him, not bothered. Do whatever he wants. He had a chance and chose Celtic and everything else. Let him go and play for Norwich. And I'm not asked. You know, he's been a complete waste of time, if I'm being honest. No fight in him, you know. Panache Tapera, what are your opinions on the season ticket increases? Going to talk about that. Bloody hell, next room with Pep. Yeah, can't see it either. I can't see it. Juventus do tend to splash the cast. You do. Mafia money. Big money. Match fixing money. I just DM'd you the video of Pep saying, I have 2 more years and I'm not going. City would have to sack me. He's going nowhere. Okay, thanks for that. Still means nothing though. Means absolutely nothing. How many times have we said, no, the player's not going anywhere, sold within a month, or we're definitely not interested in him and we buy someone. Like I said, I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying I'm passing you the information. I don't think it'll happen. I really don't think it'll happen. Just over 450,000 a week, that too. Yeah, it's a lot of money. Chance of Newcastle being sold? Don't know, I'm not bothered. Andy, reassure me, lad. It's always something getting me worried when Man City couldn't pick a more stressful club to follow. I don't think it'll happen, mate. I honestly don't think it'll happen. They're just trying to unsettle us. I just don't understand why Juve would try and unsettle City. Why? They're in a different league. We have no beefs with Juventus. Yeah, they might be throwing their financial muscle around and things like that, but I don't understand why they would want to try and unsettle City or in general. Okay, for argument's sake, let's just say the rumour's correct. Who's the best person to replace Pep? You know what? I've not even thought about it. I'll be honest with you. Not even thought about it. Why would you lose all that? Go to Juve and start again. But he built the buying squad and left them without finishing it. So I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here. I don't, like I said, I don't think he'll go. I think it'd be neglect of me to not pass on this type of information to you, because if I'm having tweets and people see it on social media and go, hey, what's that? What was that you were talking about? Why didn't you tell us about this? Then, I'm like I said, I'm just passing it on to you. Those rumours may impact our transfers, players like style football play. Yeah, possibly. Sharon, who do you think going to win on Saturday? Gotta go. I don't know who's going to win, but I'm going for Spurs. Money's not an issue. City can afford to give him 30 million a year. Don't think they can. Juventus are a huge club. They're a very big club. Difference here than Germany. Anything can happen. Looks like the guy who likes to challenge hence the club moves, I think, in the Prem. Anything can happen. Absolutely. Have you already talked about Sane? No, going to talk about him next. Pochettino, fuck's sake, he's good. He's just got Spurs to a Champions League final, but I like Pochettino. I don't mind him. I wouldn't have anyone ahead of Pep, though. Nobody. Juventus want Pep badly. They're trying to unsettle us, considering the fact that Pep leaves after 3 years and force him to leave. Pep is settled, happy. His structure is perfect for him. I agree. I think he's said on loads of occasions that he's more than happy. He loves the club. He's obviously with his mates, with Ferran and Cheeky. So 5%. Percentage chance of Pep leaving, about 5%, not happening. Me personally, I'd put it less than that. But the Ajax coach, good shout. But I'm not winding you up. Honestly, not. I promise you, I am not winding you up. tell you what, to prove I'm not winding you up, and I'm not doing this for clicks or anything like that. You know that's not what we do. Let me just. I'll bring you up the thread. I'll bring it up for you. I'll switch around so you can see this. This is part of the thread. And there's Jeffy Matthew 5, who is Monblano official. And you can see it says clearly there. So that's that. And we go down. There you go. So there you go. That was the, well, it was a lot more than that, but I'm just trying to pick the key things of where it actually stated. So to show you that I'm not just making this up. This is the conversation that I've had this afternoon. So anyway, let's move on. City just blocked Mangala. City just blocked Mikel Arteta to Middlesbrough as their next manager. Where's that come from? Not heard that. I don't know whether they can block it. I'll be honest with you. I don't know whether they can block it, because I think if Arteta really, really, really wanted to go, they'd probably let him go. I don't think City are into sort of blocking people from going, but maybe they've convinced him to stay. Absolutely, you're spot on. Right, Sane. Yeah, the rumours about Sane circulating this afternoon. It's true that according to Sky Torben, Leroy Sane has come out and made a statement saying, "I do not want to go back to the Bundesliga," which sort of ties in basically with the rumours, and we spoke about it yesterday, the day before, that Bayern are pretty much giving up on the fact of signing Sane. One, because of the money they've already invested in the likes of Hernandez and other players, plus the fact that City will probably stick for around about 100 million quid. And they can't afford to pay £100 million for him. So it looks like that, on top of Sane saying, "I don't want to move back to the Bundesliga." That doesn't mean to say, let's face it, if that is his direct quote, he didn't say, I don't want to move anywhere. He just said, "I don't want to go to the Bundesliga." So that doesn't mean to say that the Sane thing and whatever else is definitely 100% off. It's just basically saying, he's saying allegedly, that he don't want to go to the Bundesliga. "I don't want to go back to the Bundesliga." That's a bit different to saying, "I don't want to leave Man City." So we'll see what we'll see where that comes. I'm sure there'll be more stories over the next 24 hours on that, but that's pretty much it. There's nothing else really that came, but that's from Sky Torben, and pretty reliable source. So Blue Heart, there's a story about Arteta going around doing rounds. Okay, I've not read anything on that, I must admit. You're making people worry. Going, Monblano was kidding. Can you imagine Ronaldo and Pep together? There's no way Ronaldo was sold. I don't think he was kidding, mate, honestly. But we'll see. We'll see anyway. Don't worry about it. It's out of our hands anyway. What's the point worrying? We can't influence it. But I'm sure Pep will stay. I'm sure he will. Arteta should be our next manager, in my opinion. He's learned the system, knows club, now players. For me, it's a no-brainer. Well, you know, I think we said that about Patrick Vieira, didn't we? You know, that he was going to New York City FC to learn the trade because he'll come back and be the next City manager. Now we've got Arteta. I do think Arteta's closer to sort of the Pep model. I've been really honest with you. And Pep really, really rates him. So for me, that's good enough. Good enough for me. Hi Andy, who do you think will captain? I don't know who it'll be. I'm hoping it's Kevin De Bruyne, if I'm honest. But no idea. We don't know who it is. Well, a day will come when Pep has to leave, but who's the best place from that video would be nice to see. Yeah, that'd be some video to do. Maybe it's something we might look at, but don't want to. I'll be honest. I want to sort of try and stay positive about the fact that he's going to stay. And he's not making people worried. He's telling absolutely, I'm not making anybody worried. Like I said, if you came across my Twitter account and you turned around and went, "Hey, the other day you were talking to this guy and he said the 15, why didn't you tell us?" Then it made me look a bit stupid. And I would have to come back with, "Oh, it's all nonsense, ignore it." And that's why I got into a conversation and a discussion with Roger Mitchell, because I wanted to question him. There were other people commenting on it below saying, "Oh, bullshit, blah, blah, blah." This guy is not Duncan Castles. This is somebody who is pretty well thought of in Italy. So that's why I got into a bit of dialogue with him, just to try and test the water and think, are you really sort of winding us up, or is there actually something in this that you truly believe is true? And so I needed to do that to find out, is it just one of those, 94.5% bullshit stories, or could there be something actually in it, whether it's true or not? So we'll see. I'd take giving Arteta goes next season. Yeah, quite possibly, but it's not. We've got Pep next season, so don't worry about it. So, do you think we're really in for Bruno Fernandes? That's gone very quiet. It's gone to almost zero. That City are not showing any interest whatsoever. City rumours are City have claimed they were never in for Bruno Fernandes, so it sort of contradicts some of the stories that were out there. I could kidnap Pep's dog and hold it to ransom. The difference between Vieira and Arteta is that Arteta has been with Pep for 3 years now. Yeah, 2 years, I think, isn't it? Not 3. I predict Pep will remember Arteta came in. I think it's been here 2 years, not 3. I predict Pep will win the Champions League at City. I hope so. The new owners have always wanted Pep from day one on the club made him. Pep will be there for 10 years. That would be great if he is. Stay at City or the pooch gets it. We can make a song out of all the Pooch Pep rumours, probably. Yes, Andy, let's get all former Arsenal players as part of our coaching staff. Perhaps within touching distance of winning Champions League, and he won't go. And if he does, we have ready to take over. Okay, yeah. Blue Moon, you saw us down there with that dream. That's getting tattooed on my right leg. Pep will be there 10 years. I hope so. I really do. Players I don't think will come somewhere. Bruno Fernandes, Joao Felix and De Ligt. Well, interesting you talk about De Ligt. As you are all aware, De Ligt is his agent is Mino Raiola, who today was banned by the FA from making transfers. So he's got a year's ban. And he also looks after Pogba, Philip Sandler at City, and De Ligt, amongst many others. That's not to say that those players can't move, because he'll probably pass that on to somebody else to deal with. But he has been banned by the FA from making transfers. So see what happens with those players, De Ligt, Pogba and Sandler, if they did want to move. Would the FA have anything to say about? Well, the FA wouldn't have anything. Well, they would do if he was De Ligt was coming to the Premier League. Ray and Stevie Wonder as twin strikers. Managers and players come and go. Unreal fans constant. Yeah, it's true. Kiam, Ray and Andy, player manager. Oh God, too old for that now. What do you think of Archer, mate? 2 wickets in 5 overs, only being it for 20, world class. Are you talking about cricket? I haven't seen any of it, mate. I'll be honest with you. Biggest rumour of the day is one that Clippity Cloppers give Mr. Eddie's just back. Well, he's come out and said he's going absolutely nowhere. He's staying at Liverpool, so he's actually come out and spoken those words. Plus, City want to build something, and he's not signing all these young players for him not to see final product. Well, I agree with that. Should get new contracts. Sane isn't a 20-goal season player. It's all paper talk. Don't know whether it's paper talk. I do think, and I've said it for a while, that I do think there's something. Now, what it is, I don't know. But fingers crossed, it'll get sorted. City will sort it out. Yeah, let us deal with it. Yeah, of course he can use somebody else. Of course he can. We won the league with Pellegrini, Mancini, so even though Pep's football is amazing, I'm not worried. Me neither. Did you see Gundogan and Sane in Dubai? No, didn't. Haven't seen that. But next one, Mangala. Mangala, it looks like he's gone. He's gone. Like I said it a month or two ago. He's going to Porto. But first things first, he's got to pass this medical for it to go ahead. Obviously, after he's had these injuries, Everton, he's going to need a full medical to make sure everything is fine, and let's fingers hope so we finally end this whole sort of debacle. And he's going back to Porto, so good luck to him. He did have potential. I remember that game when he bullied Diego Costa in the Chelsea game. So just probably. I think it was the fact if he was 15 million, 20 million, I don't think anybody would really say anything about it. But I think the fact that it ended up costing us near 40 million was, it was a poor signing. We sometimes we do get them wrong. Next on the list is Danilo. Now, if rumours are true, Danilo a week or so ago already has agreed a €4 million per year deal on a 4-year contract with Inter. Now, the stumbling block seems to be the fee. That's what's holding it up, allegedly. And that is that Inter have offered €15 million plus €3 million in bonuses, and City want €25 million for him. Now, I think if they can come to a compromise and sort of get somewhere between the 21, 22 million, I think City will probably accept it, and Danilo will be on his way. 4-year deal worth €4 million per year, but there's that stumbling block between the 18 million that Inter want to offer and City want closer to 25 million euros. So we'll see, and that's a shame. I feel a bit sorry for him, really, because I think he's been a really good utility player for us. Sell Delph, I've got a feeling Delph is going to be sold. I can't see him staying. I really can't. We might get 10 to 15 million for Delph, if I'm honest. And I think that'll probably be a fair price. 12, 13, 15 million will probably be a fair price. But I think Delph's definitely gone. Is Conte confirmed the Inter manager only by rumour, nothing certain. Pet rumours like FP stuff should affect income transfers as Juve trying to derail our transfers. Well, it's interesting considering that we're supposed to be buying Cancelo for 60 million from Juve. That's interesting, throwing that into the pot. So you'd think if they were trying to offload Cancelo after a year for 60 million euros, the last thing on earth you would want them to do is start saying, oh, your manager has signed for us and things like that. So that doesn't really fit in with that. So Delphon costs us 12 million. Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, if you recoup your money, I think it's fair enough. I think you would pay Mangala's taxi fare. What is the general feedback on season card prices rise today? Very mixed as usual. Yeah, very, very mixed. Cancelo or Chilwell? Well, the rumours are Chilwell. Atletico Madrid are willing to pay £71 million for him. £71 million. So if that is true, we're gonna have to at least match that or better it. No chance. I can't see City paying 75 million quid for Chilwell. I just can't see it at all. I really can't. Cancelo, not seen enough of him, if I'm being honest. I think he can play left back and right back, which is always an advantage. But yeah, I'd be surprised if City paid 60 million for him. I really would. What do you think of the TV rights money issued with Leeds being on television 24 times? Yeah, I made a comment about it earlier. Yeah, it was interesting. From footy accumulators, they basically turned around and said, I think, like you say there, they only receive, for 24 games, they only received £1.45 million, and City had been on 26 times and received 40 odd million or something like that, which was the second highest. Liverpool were the highest because they were on TV more than City last year. I think they made £1.5 million more. Why did footy accumulators not compare it to the top of the earning chart? Why use City like they always do? So immediately blocked them. They're blocked now. Don't have to have any of their bullshit on my timeline anymore. So yeah, it's a lot of money, and there is. I agree, there is a big difference. But when you're selling the rights, TV rights, you've got to really put it into perspective. How many people watch the Premier League compared to how many people watch the Championship? Don't get me wrong, Championship is a great product, but the difference in revenue that is brought in through the Premier League compared to what's brought in through the Championship is vast. Wouldn't surprise me if you actually did it. It'd be even bigger distance, if I'm being honest with you. But is it, when you look at it in isolation, is it right? Probably not. No, it's probably not right. But it is what it is. I can see he's making just 2 transfers, Maguire and Rodri, Sane to stay. That wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. I'm going to err towards 3 signings. Possibly 4, but I'm not saying maybe all 4 of them will be starters. I hope we get this Lala guy. All I can say is good for him, but we should not pay that much. Yeah. 75 million, 70 plus million for Kenny Lala, no chance. No chance. For Chilwell, no way. Does Real not have FFP to deal with all these signings? Surely, well, yeah. I mean, it does make you laugh when I think they got given, was it 100 million for 100 million sort of area for training development and things was given by the government, so government backed, and we get government backed all the time, don't we? I've got paranoia now, but it starts applying your mind, EF. Did for me. I'll be really honest with you. It did for me. I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying it did for me. It made me think. Yeah, I'd like some of that Spanish stuff they're smoking as well. If Atletico are going to pay 71 million. Saying that though, they've just recouped over 100 million pounds for 2 players already money in. So they've got the money to spend, but and then obviously if Rodri comes, but I'd be surprised if they paid that much for a left back. I really would. Yeah, Azim, yeah. Alexis Sanchez, bit of a joke. Fact that we can now do a British transfer at Chilwell to City rumours are cold. Yeah, because we could buy him now. No problem with buying British players. That window is open. It's the European one that doesn't open till the 9th. De Ligt is cheaper than Chilwell. Yeah, exactly. And if you had to, if we've got Mendy and we've got Zinchenko, you'd rather get De Ligt than try and have another left back. Pep goes for, I think he's possible. Yeah, maybe. I haven't seen a great deal of him, I'll be honest with you. Seemed to be a bit of a troublemaker at Juve. Fell out with Allegri. So that always concerns me when you get that, player falling out with, somebody of Allegri's class, and don't, let's not forget Allegri is a world-class manager. You sort of think, why? And remember, they only paid, I think, 32 million for him the last season. Now they suddenly want 60 million for him, and he's not. I think he's played 20 odd games and he's causing trouble, and they want 60 million for him. They want almost double the money. I don't know. Something doesn't feel right with it. No news on David Silva going to Qatar whatsoever. I don't think it's going to happen. Evening, Andy, been on my jollies for a couple of weeks. Ivor Anthony. Hope you had a good time, mate. Do we still have an X amount of UK players in the Champions League? Yeah. Cancelo is tiki-taka speed merchant. Suit Pep and City. Okay. 40 cumulative target, City and Liverpool, big time, mate. Must be that 6th place team. Yeah, of course. They're all United. They're biased on there anyway. Right, Andy, I'm off. Put around the house. I'll check them on Twitter and any news. Probably know for tomorrow, mate. Okay, no problems, EF. Take care, buddy. I'm going just shortly, so a few more minutes. Can't see Chelsea is the one we should go. Everyone seems to be airing towards that. Everyone keeps pushing and thinking Kante, but at the end of the day, can't see it happening. I just can't see Chelsea letting him come to City. Do you think Otamendi will go? I think it's 50-50, mate. The screenshot you showed had this guy who's apparently certain saying, I wouldn't be surprised if he leaves. Screenshot you showed had this guy who's apparently certain saying, I wouldn't be surprised if he leaves. No, that's Roger Mitchell, the guy I was talking to. The comment by Jay, whatever he was called, he was the one who posted the fact that it's certain it'll be announced on the 15th of June. Roger Mitchell was the one who was saying that I wouldn't be surprised if he leaves. Not the guy who actually said for certain. Leroy, missing that one. Jesus leaving. I think it's just rumours. I don't think he'd leave. I really don't. Ticket increase. Okay, this is the last bit. Talk about ticket. Well, as you know, 3% increase in ticket price has been announced this morning on the day that we celebrate the 20 years of the Wembley 99 Wembley promotion game. And I think there's a game going on now actually with the City lads who were played in that game. I think it's going on at the Etihad, I think, as we speak. So 3% pay increase in ticket prices. Now, I mean, you've got people on Twitter that have really had a go at it and saying it's disgusting. And the fact that City, with all this money, made over £500 million and blah, 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 blah. And why didn't they freeze it? And why did, And you've got others turning around saying it works out for me £18 a game, and others saying, well, it's an extra £1 a game for me. Is that, we just won the treble, and people will have their own opinions on it. They really would. I was a little. Apparently, it will bring in £800,000 in revenue. Now, it doesn't sound a lot, but it's still, still a lot of money. But I don't know. I can see both sides of it. I can see people who complain and saying, well, that's an extra 25 quid and that's times 4, so that's another £100 I've got to find, and blah, 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 blah. And, considering where we are and how much money we've got and how loyal the fans are and, etc., etc., was there any need to put the prices at all? But then, you look at it and people are saying, well, hold on a minute, we've got one of the cheapest season tickets in the Premier League, and with the champions, we've just won a treble. Surely you can't complain about 3% increase in ticket sales, in ticket prices. So I can see both sides of it. I really can. So I don't know. Yeah, it's you'll get people who'll complain, and you'll get others that just go, well, I'm happy to pay an extra couple of quid per game to see the type of football that we're seeing. I think somebody posted on Twitter, my season ticket They said my season ticket was 200 quid about 10, 12 years ago or something like that. I now pay 325 quid. And look at the difference in football I'm seeing. So, you know, it got a point, you know, in that time. So, I don't know. We'll see. Right, finally, I've got to go. I've got some phone calls to make. I'm still getting my season card value for money. Yeah, I tend to agree, but I can see why people are saying they should have just, you know, froze it. What do you think of our new away kit with our new away kit, purple and pink? I haven't seen it. I've seen about 50 different concept kits, but I've not seen a new away kit which is purple and pink. Do you reckon matchday prices will go down? No, can't see it. Stay standing, yeah, I think it's got to have to come in at some point. And by listening to Caldoon, we mentioned it the other day when I did the Caldoon video. Yeah, it looks like he's all for it as well. So I think they'll just wait until the government make a decision on safe standing. Any news on Joao Felix? No, nothing. That's gone very quiet. Joao Felix said he wants Benfica to stay. Well, I think he said that he was happy to stay at Benfica the other day in there, but he's going to say that because he won't want to piss the fans off if he ends up staying and he don't move anywhere. Can City drop the price of beer? They should do. Or they certainly should serve it quicker anyway, that's for certain. Yeah, see you, Bernard. Put more meat in the pies, I'd say. God, don't tell Ray. See you, Sergio. See you, mate. Enjoy it. Thank you. Listen, everyone, thank you so much for coming on today. Have a good one. See you, section. And I hope, don't be worried. Don't worry about the pet. I just had to pass this on to you. Just see what you think and just to put it out there and whatever else. See you, Rick. They can't drop the quality of the beer anymore. They can't. What position would you say Felix plays? Centre forward? No, probably on the left, if I'm being honest. But if Sane's there, maybe not. That's a better striker than... well, there was something else about Jovic. There's rumours again, a little bit of something on there, but I'll look at that later. I didn't read much on it. I'll do a bit more sniffing around on that, and maybe tomorrow I'll do something on him because it looks like the Real Madrid move has just stalled on him, so they can't buy everybody. Pep leads, I'm heading to the Himalayas. See you later, guys. Do a countdown till June 15th. Yeah. Every business must make steps to address its overheads and consolidate its position. Scene 6 are cheap compared to others. Bargain. I tend to agree with you. If Sane stays, then don't really want Felix. I think if Sane stays, we won't be going in for Felix anyway. See you, McCunn. Take care. I had a gorgeous pint of Robinson's unicorn in the Bull's Head in Hale. Tasty. Good for you. The Bull's Head in Hale. God, not been in there for years. Do you think we'll sign Mabanku from Brescia? Doubt it. Sell Sane, please. You can't be a City fan. Take care, Andy. Yeah, you too, mate. Don't worry, Andy. Pep's not leaving. I hope so, and I'm sure all you guys do anyway. But listen, Pep has denied these in the last two press visits on YouTube, pal. He categorically denied and said 2 more years at least. Like I said before, Martin, how many times have you heard the player is not for sale? The player is definitely not for sale. And then they sold a month later. Or he's we're not buying him, and then they buy somebody. But I'm hoping Pep is true to his word, and I'm really hope he does stay. And I've never rated Pep. I haven't either, mate. He's crap. He's a fraud. Sorry, no, it's all right, mate. Don't worry about it. You're just probably coming in on the back end of the vlog. So, thanks. You're welcome, Brian. No problem. Listen, guys, don't forget. If you haven't, give it a thumbs up before you go. That'd be appreciated. Don't forget to click subscribe, hit notification if you haven't. Give us your comments below. What do you think? I'm sure we can just go round and round and round and round in circles with the Pep thing. And I hope it's not just is a pot. Yeah. I hope it's not got people too nervous on it. And, you're probably better just going, it's bullshit. And, and that way, we don't have to worry about it. Pep won't like that when I tell you. City's football will not change. Let's hope not. Listen, guys, have a pie in. Listen, Have a brilliant day. I'll be back tomorrow with some more sort of news and rumours and whatever else. And it's only going to ramp up over the next 2 weeks before the 9th of June's window opens. So it'll never be Alan Ball again, that's for sure. You know, if Sane stays, he must wear a mask. Sick of his sulky face. Maybe that's his problem. But guys, have a wonderful day. Take care. Sandy from Man City Fan TV. And we'll see you soon. See you, Blue Heart.